So guys, what is up? Bonkers Basil here, and today back on Oakfield farm, and today is going to be the primary day for doing the drilling. However, I have decided that I am going to sell the horse drill, even though in the last video I said I wasn't. I am, and I am going to replace it with the Lemkin. The reason why I am doing this is in seasons you can put solid fertilizer or liquid fertilizer on directly before and after seeding if you don't have a direct drill, which means you're at 2 states of fertilization already. So that's what we're going to do. That's why I'm doing it. And this one is wider and takes less horsepower, although it's not a direct drill, which means we might need to get a cultivator at some point. So now we need to head and get a pallet of fertilizer out of the shelf storage. I'll get 2 out and fill this thing up, and then we need to go through and start spreading fertilizer on the field. Let's get 2 pallets out and get filled up. It is quite useful to have the front weight on there when spreading, just so then the front end still has a reasonable amount of weight on it. So yeah, I'm going to head out this way, start on field 3. I know the grass fields do already have their first application. They will take a second. I don't yet know after drilling whether they'll take a third or not. So let's just crack on with getting this fertilised. Zoom out, sit above. I do tend to like this angle when I'm spraying fertiliser, just because I can see where I have and haven't been. But anyway, you guys, I'm going to get these get probably all 6 fields fertilised. We should still be on variable spray rate at 500 litres. Yes, we are. That's good. And then, yeah, I will just keep going and see you guys once I've finished spreading this fertiliser. I have completely fertilised fields 3, 10, 9 and 8. I have done 2 headlands around 3 sides of field 1 and 1 across the top, and that has used up, and I have also crashed. That has used up all of the fertiliser that we took out of the rack, so all 4,200 litres that we took out at the start, apart from the 91 litres left in the spreader. Now what I'm going to do is go back and get hopefully only one more pallet to finish off the job, and then we can commence seeding, which will run into the night. I will also need to take the JCB down to the shop. Yes, I'm going to go down to the shop in the JCB to get the new drill, which then we will obviously have to fill up from here. So let's get rid of that track, fire up the spreader. It looks like we've got an angle here, so I'm just going to sit on that course. I know I'm going to miss some up at the top, however I can come through and catch that after this, or at the end, probably at the end, and then I will, hopefully this remaining fertiliser that we have will be enough also to hit field 2. However, straight after hitting all of the fields with seed, we're going to come through and hit the fields again with fertiliser, so that's not really the biggest of deals. So yeah, we're on our 3rd pass across here now. We're not quite going to hit it all, so I'll just have to come back through and do some tidying up. And I don't think we'll have enough fertiliser to get that other field, which will be a cane. And I missed a bit. There we go. Then let's hit this GPS course and cruise control. Turn on the sprayer and tidy up this bit at the bottom, then hit that bit at the top and start on field 2, and I will see you guys once we have finished on field 2. Okay guys, we have just run out of the fertilizer that I had in the machine, which has been enough to do our 2 full headlands on field 2 and obviously finishing off field 1. So I now need to go in and get yet another pallet of fertilizer, because that's just how tedious this is. So it's going to have taken almost 4 of our 10 pallets of fertilizer, which I mean isn't too bad. What am I doing? I don't want to be going down there, I want to be going up here. And I don't particularly want to be in cab view either. So now then, let's just pull in up here. Turn on the spreader, good, we haven't missed anything. Hopefully this last pallet will be enough to cover the remainder of the field. Okay guys, we did indeed have enough fertilizer in the tank to do the job in question, which was very good indeed. And yeah, so I am just coming through and finishing field 2. And as you can see, we've got 2 levels on our old grass fields and 1 on the other 3. So I'm just going to go and park this up. We will indeed be doing the drilling with our bigger class tractor, the 870. And once we get into the first growth stage, I will be spraying liquid fertilizer, which I will need to transport up from the shop, because in between the last video and this one, I have rechanged this tank to the storage tank rather than the buy point. Now I am indeed going to take the fast track down to the store to pick up the new drill, bring it back here, hook it up to the class and start working. We are back up to the farm, so I'm going to disconnect there. We are now full of seeds. So I can't quite remember what I said at the end of the last video, but I think oats, oats, canola, canola, grass, grass. So I have obviously enabled fast farming, which you can do with this drill because we have the massive horsepower overhead that we do. We really can fast farm this. 25 miles an hour seems pretty good. I think I might have missed a very tiny bit on that corner then. I'll get these fields all drilled and see you once they are drilled. Okay guys, that is the first 2 fields planted. That's our 2 oat fields. The next job is, I don't know which 2 fields I'm going to do. I'm going to turn off GPS to start with, but I'm going to go back and fill up the drill. So those 2 fields have taken 5,000 litres of seed between them. We can at least fit 1 more pallet in, if not 2. So I'll grab out 2 pallets, get them into easy pickup range. Yeah, so we'll get both of these pallets in, no problem at all. And now we need to go and get the other fields sown, which will be the fields 1 and 8 canola, and then 9 and 10 with grass. I will crack on with getting these last 4 fields planted and see you when it's all done. Okay, so guys, I have just finished drilling the grass into field 10, which now means all of our fields are planted. If I just go through and turn grass on, you can see there, they're all done. I don't think there's anything that we should be selling today. Everything's suddenly peaking today, so it's changed. The economy has changed, that's fine. I think I'm going to come through and fertilise all of our fields. Now, I'm sort of being a bit edgy because I don't exactly know the way this road goes. Obviously with it being dark, I cannot really see where it goes. And I've crashed it, so I'm going to get the drill put away. There we go. Fast track. Okay, so now I'm going to head down to the store, get a small liquid tanker, and I'm probably going to buy the liquids tanker, use it and then sell it, because in seasons if you don't put very much time on it you can sell it for full price, which is quite useful. I think we can even still get full price on this JCB back. Right, go down to the store, buy some liquid fertiliser. Probably quite a large amount of liquid fertiliser. Ooh, that chrome red does actually look nice, sod it, I'm going to buy it in chrome red. Okay, now loading back in with the pallet mod that I thought I already had activated. As it so happened I didn't even have it installed. I must have just thought about installing it rather than installed the blinking thing. Never mind. Pallets. There we go, fertilizer barrels. Okay guys, we are filled up with 24,000 litres of liquid fertiliser, which was 16 of the pallets, 16 of the barrel pallets, and the JCB seems to be struggling a little bit more with power, but is absolutely fine, as I knew it would be. So now I'm going to be taking this back to the yard, just as the sun's coming up, getting ready for a big day of spraying in the next episode on here, which could actually be the next video on the channel. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.